Today on Anoki Daily Spotlight TV, we're joined by yogic numerologist Yogi Akal, who'll be telling us what the numbers say about some of our favorite stars. Yogi, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Numbers. I was never one for numbers, never good at math growing up in school, but numbers, in your case, interest me a lot. The birth date, which is used in numerology, is really just a starting point.
Right. The birthday has no superstitious value. It doesn't have a vibration. It doesn't have a meaning. It's the point on the map that you start from.
It's time to have some fun. So we're going to speak about people that we actually care about, and those are the celebrities. So let's start off with Hollywood. Angelina Jolie. She's been in the news for her mastectomy, and a lot of people have given her flack and a lot of people have supported her. And I'm really interested to see what the numbers say about her.
Angelina Jolie, I don't know if she has an interest in this or not, but she's a scientist. Mm-hmm. She has a scientific mind. The fact that she's had some self-esteem issues, the fact that she is a creative star, a true artist, a real organized person of service. We would think of this as a Sevadar. This is someone who lives to be of service on the earth. And she perceives herself certainly as a communicator, and she has the gift of the artist. Some people have to work at being an artist. She has a gift of it. She could paint, she could be an architect, she could do anything she wanted to do in life as an artist. It's not the most important thing. It's her gift. The lesson in her life is family. And you can look, this poor woman grew up in a very difficult family, and now she's creating her own very unique family and actually has an enormous family of people that she cares about.
Yes.
So this is a very good model of that. But at heart, she's a scientist.
Now to Ryan Gosling. So the girls are always running after him. A lot of action on the red carpets for Ryan at all the film festivals around the world. What do the numbers say for Ryan?
He's a bag of money.
It really is numbers then in that case.
He really is. He's a guy who, again, like I said about Angelina Jolie, she could have done this, could have done this. She has the gift of an artist. He has the gift of money, which means he could have been a very successful business person.
Okay.
He could have been a very successful surgeon if it involved money. For him, money is the key. I'm not saying that he thinks about money. I'm saying that that's the gift of his life.
Okay.
He was born to have it, to hold it, and to spread it. Now, everybody thinks, of course, he may be handsome, he may be gifted in his artwork. Yes, that's who he is. He is an artist. He's, like Angelina Jolie, is a communicator. But the reason he was born was to take everything that he's ever learned in any other life and do it better now.
So from Hollywood to Bollywood. So the first one I'm going to say is Shah Rukh Khan. He is known as the king of Bollywood.
This is a very interesting person because I don't want to insult anybody, but there are two sides to this guy. One side, totally committed to the integrity of inspirational, uplifting communication for all. Other side, wouldn't trust him for a second.
Oh my.
So
Shah Rukh Khan?
there are two sides to this guy, and there's only one thing that's possible. 26 years ago, he made a shift in his life, on the dot, 26 years ago. And he's getting the ramifications of that today as we speak. Right now, as we speak, he's feeling the ramifications of what he did 26 years ago. And it's this year that he's going to decide whether or not the rest of his life will be on a straight and narrow, or whether there's going to be wavering.
And now, without saying much, Priyanka Chopra.
This is a person who is very simply royalty. It's that simple. Could have been born anywhere in the world, but there would be a crown on her head.
Wow.
That's who she is. Her gift.
By the way, there was a crown on her head. She was a Miss World.
Oh, that would
Yeah,
there,
so
that's
there was a crown
unavoidable.
on the head.
That's perfect. It'll be Miss Universe would have been better. There is a beautiful, essential quality to her that I think sometimes makes her a little bit uncomfortable. She's called a forgiving soul. A forgiving soul is somebody who, when you walk by them, even if you don't know them, you feel somehow forgiven. You may not be aware of it. And that's one of the reasons that she was born, is that anyone who sees her, anyone who looks at her image, will somehow be forgiven. Now this year, if you are listening, work, and just in case you're not sure, work. And the beauty of that experience this year is that if you project ahead 10 years and not just this year, you'll be more successful than you realize. It's hard to imagine that if she's very well known, that she could go a lot further, but like Angelina Jolie, she has a reach that is enormous. Enormous.
And
hasn't touched it yet.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because she is getting ready to launch her American music album, which will be coming out soon. So she is making that shift from Bollywood cinema to global mainstream music. So work is going to be very essential for her this year. And that's it for our show. If you're interested in speaking to Yogi Akal, you can visit yogiakal.com. And for more of our show, you can visit anokimedia.com and our YouTube channel. And don't forget to interact with us on Facebook and Twitter.